Hello. My name is DARCE. I do data analysis research for chance evaluation over at CAP MMA. Today I'll be analyzing the co-main event for UFC 302 between Strickland and Paulo Costa. Using statistical data, I'll assess each athlete on round-by-round basis looking for tendencies and habits, along with strengths and weaknesses. During this time I will also assess each fighter's probability of winning and/or finishing the fight. Alright, let's get after it. First, tendencies and likelihood of finishing the fight. Striking output. Strickland has a high-volume striking approach, with consistent output across rounds. His significant strike counts often exceed 100 per round, indicating good cardio and a capacity to maintain a high pace throughout the fight. Accuracy and targeting. Strickland's striking accuracy varies, with significant strike percentages around 38 to 45%. He targets the head predominantly but also mixes in body and leg strikes. Against Jared Cannonier, he landed 126 head strikes, 24 body strikes, and 2 leg strikes. Grappling. Strickland rarely attempts takedowns, with no recorded takedowns in recent fights. His control time is minimal, suggesting a preference for striking over grappling. Cardio. His ability to maintain high output in later rounds, e.g., 43 strikes in round 5 against Cannonier, demonstrates excellent cardio. His performance does not significantly degrade as the fight progresses. Finishing ability. Strickland has demonstrated the ability to finish fights, primarily through TKO. For example, he achieved a second-round TKO against Abus Magomedov. Now a round-by-round breakdown. Rounds 1 to 2. Likely to focus on establishing his jab and maintaining distance. Strickland's output may be slightly lower as he gauges his opponent. Rounds 3 to 4. Strickland typically increases his volume, utilizing a high-pressure, forward-moving style. Round 5. He maintains his striking volume, looking to overwhelm opponents with continuous pressure. Tendencies. Striking focus. Head, primarily. Body, secondary. Grappling. Minimal. Prefers stand-up fighting. Paulo Costa. Tendencies and likelihood of finishing the fight. Striking output. Paulo Costa is known for his aggressive striking style, with a focus on power and finishing ability. He often lands significant strikes with a high percentage aimed at causing maximum damage. Accuracy and targeting. Costa targets the body heavily, along with powerful head strikes. In his fight against Marvin Vettori, he landed significant body shots, showcasing his preference for wearing down opponents. Grappling. Costa occasionally uses grappling, but his main strength lies in his striking. He has shown good takedown defense, making it difficult for opponents to control him on the ground. Cardio. Costa's cardio can be questionable in later rounds. His output tends to decrease as the fight progresses, and he has shown signs of fatigue in the past. Finishing ability. Costa is a powerful striker with multiple wins by TKO. His power is evident in the early rounds, making him very dangerous in rounds 1 and 2. Round-by-round breakdown. Rounds 1 to 2. Costa will likely come out aggressively, looking for a knockout with powerful strikes to the head and body. Rounds 3 to 4. His output may decrease, but he will still pose a significant threat with his power. If fatigued, he might rely more on clinch work. Round 5. Costa's effectiveness diminishes as the fight goes on. His best chances for a finish are in the early rounds. Tendencies. Striking focus. Body, primary. Head, secondary. Grappling. Occasionally used, strong takedown defense. And finally, comparative analysis and win probability. Win percentage probability. Strickland. Experience and cardio. Strickland's consistent output and cardio give him an edge in a prolonged fight. He is less likely to fade in later rounds, maintaining pressure and volume. Finishing ability. Moderate chance for a TKO in later rounds due to cumulative damage. Win probability, 55 to 60%. Paulo Costa. Striking power. Costa's power makes him a threat in the early rounds. If he lands cleanly, he can secure a KO. Cardio issues. Costa's effectiveness diminishes in later rounds, reducing his chances if the fight goes the distance. Win probability, 40 to 45%. Finish probability. Submission. Strickland, 5%, rarely attempts submissions. Costa, 5%, rarely attempts submissions. Knockout. Strickland, 30 to 35%, mostly in later rounds. Costa, 40 to 45%, mostly in early rounds. Fight ending probability. Decision, 50%. Strickland's cardio and volume versus Costa's early aggression. Knockout, 40%. Costa's early power versus Strickland's cumulative damage. Submission, 10%. Low likelihood from both fighters. Recap of ideal fight outcomes. Sean Strickland. Strickland establishes his jab early, maintaining distance and avoiding Costa's power shots. As the fight progresses, he ramps up his volume, overwhelming Costa in later rounds, possibly securing a TKO or a decision win through consistent pressure. Paulo Costa. Costa charges forward aggressively in the first 2 rounds, landing powerful body and head strikes. He aims for an early knockout, capitalizing on his power advantage before his cardio diminishes. In conclusion, Strickland's consistent pace and superior cardio give him a slight edge, but Costa's knockout power remains a significant threat, especially in the early rounds. Thanks for listening. If you enjoyed this video, hit the like button. And note, we at CAP MMA suggest against using this analysis for betting advice. Thanks again. And don't forget to check out our website capmma.com.